Hello there, you plebs, this is your TotalWar Master, and today I'm going to show you how to become better at Medieval 2. Now, the first 8 tricks I think are from the Legend of Total War, so the link to his video where he shows stuff about this will be in the description. If you saw Legend's video, here will be the timestamp where I start talking about the exploits and tricks that weren't included in his video. Basically what you have to do is have an army on Crusade and then bring it onto the navy. You take the army, you have to have something that you can attack, but just backspace, and now this boat has unlimited movement. Now if we bring these guys back, they have limited movement, but if you only choose the cogs and move in just one space, then you can move wherever you want on the map. But you have to care because there's a boat, and if you run into it, you're fucked. You can't do anything. Okay, this exploit shows you how to win even if otherwise you can't win if you're attacking a settlement. Now, it is preferred that they don't have any missile units, because if they do, you're normally not able to do that. So it takes 0 casualties, and how this works is, of course, you know that if you want to win this, you need to have 4-to-1 amount of troops in the town square against them. So there's 80 of them. 80 times 4 is not enough. So these guys, we'll just bring them in. And after that, you put your troops into the town square. But beware, if you touch them, this plan will go to shit. Your troops must be in the square. We're waiting for more troops because, as I said, it needs to be 4-to-1.
By St. George, our men have taken control
and
of
they
the
won't do anything. The timer is going off, and when it reaches 0, of course, we get the win. But if you touch them, they'll attack. If you shoot at them, they'll attack. And as I said, it only works if they don't have archers, because if they had archers, they'd be shooting at us and we would die. The timer is almost 0. And as you can see, we get the victory. I will show you now how to get rid of enemy agents without assassinating them. You just have to put all your troops around them in a way that they have nowhere to move. Gotta start it with that. Just beware that you don't move your troops where they're currently standing. After that, you get someone else and move them where they are right now, and they get killed. Now I'm going to show you how you can win a settlement with a clearly inferior force. This is a pretty big glitch in the game, or exploit. Now, maybe I could win that, but realistically, most players can't, and even I would probably struggle quite a lot with it. So, what you want to, the first second you want to quit the battle before they get outside. It's a draw. We didn't lose any men. They will lose some through the end turn. Gonna do it again. Here they come again. It's time to defeat them. Well, just draw against them, I guess. Again, fight it. Quickly do the same. Again, a draw. And if you do this enough times, you'll be able to see that we can get Bruges without even fighting. Okay, we're almost there. We need one more turn and then we can get Bruges without losing a single man. We will do the same process again and then they will just surrender. To click escape and exit battle as soon as you can, because if they come outside the door, outside the castle or whatever they have, you will lose if you do this. So here we go, we have it. This one will show you how can you attack factions that are Catholic if you are Catholic and on Crusade. What you have to do is put on your general off Crusade, besiege with him, and then you can attack. Okay, this new trick will show you how you can have your crusading army not moving or doing stuff around your settlements that, you know, around your base. The crusade is called on Antioch. And now you'll see if I do nothing, they'll start deserting if I don't move them closer. This turn they should start. The first two turns they normally don't. Some trade rights from the Holy Roman Empire, don't care about that. And we have less troops. Desertion. But if we load this up, put the troops back together. Put them on Crusade. And now every turn, put them off and on Crusade. They do not desert. And that's a very good exploit. Not actually all the time. If you're like from England and you want to get to Antioch with a boat, you must go around Europe to get over there, and then you'll start deserting. If you go over here, you know, your troops will start deserting. So that's a good way of getting around that, or just, you know, using your troops over here. As you'll be able to see, still no desertion, and we can like go and attack these guys. Have a victory. Go back and Crusade. And still, no desertion. Okay, now I'll show you how you can have a general with quadruple movement. You must have an army on Crusade and use the troops except for the guy who is leading it. Attack someone, you need to win and get a man of the hour, like that. Of course you must accept him. Now, this army has a pretty good range, and he has the same range as these guys. Not the cavalry, but these guys. Now, if you put him on Crusade, then that makes his range even bigger than these guys. So it only works for one turn, but it's pretty darn good. This is the last of the Legends exploits, and it makes you have a bigger pool of recruitment. Currently you can see we have 6 Italian militias available, and you need to have available a an armorer, so you can put troops who are full into the retraining slot. So you have to put them in and put these guys over there. Do it a few times and you'll see the change. So if you remember, we had 6, now we have 10 Italian militias available to recruit. And as I said, this is the last of the Legends exploits. Now it's time to move to mine. Okay, make sure to check out Legend of Total War on YouTube. These first 8 tricks were by him, so all the credit goes for him. And now it's time for some of my tricks. Okay, now I'll show you how you can get a force draw out, and basically with that you can get a settlement without besieging it. As we can see, we have at Khan, there is an army just outside it, and we will attack them. And if we get the 85% of separate armies, we will get Khan for free. And of course, we have to kill their general. So I'm just gonna quick save it in case I mess this up. But basically, I'll meet you at the end of the battle. Okay, this result should be enough to get rid of them. Because if you don't know, 85% and if you kill all the generals, gets rid of the army always. We have to execute them, and I think Khan should be free to attack, and that is how you can get a free settlement. I mean, not a free settlement, a settlement without besieging it. Now I'll show you how you can do a forced sally out. The last thing was a draw out, now this is a sally out. You want to besiege only with one army and get the others just to be reinforcing. That's really good if you don't have any infantry that you could actually go and attack that. So the rebels will probably go and sally out, only to see that there's a much bigger army than they thought. We have some trade rights for Spain. That's whatever. Here we go. Normally that wouldn't happen, but because the AI only sees or thinks about this army, you can then normally win. And again, if you get the 85%, you can get Bruce without sieging it. This next exploit allows you to move and besiege a city with your infantry that you normally can't. If I want to besiege the city, Bruges, I cannot. But what I can do is besiege it with the cavalry, like this, and then bring these guys in as reinforcements like that, and then you can besiege the settlement. Okay, now I'm going to show you how you can withdraw from a battle and move further away than normally. The rebels will probably attack mid-Bruges. This works for all kinds of battles, except of course sea battles and when you're besieged. So if you're besieging or if it's just a normal battle on land, the rebels will attack me. Now, what you would normally do, if you know that you cannot win that, you would just press withdraw. But you don't really move away for a long way. So, and if there was a normal army, they might come and attack you again. So what you want to do is this. We're going to end the turn again and wait for them to attack us. So, when you're besieging, it works a bit worse because you cannot position your troops. But basically what you always want to do is, when you can, put them as far as possible. And in a scenario like this, when you cannot, because the battle starts immediately, you just click, withdraw, and you move away from them. You normally withdraw where your backs were. And as we'll be able to see, we're going to move, we'd lose 0 men of course, and we should withdraw for a longer way, as you can see over there. And if there was another army, they cannot reach us. So this is this. This one shows you how you can get excommunicated, how you can excommunicate factions that are at war with you. We put our army on Crusade, and I knew there was an army in there, and we are at war with them, so naturally they will attack us. As you can see, France is excommunicated. Okay, this is it for this video. The first 8 exploits, as I said, were made by LegendofTotalWar, so the credits go to him. The other ones are, you know, a lot of people know them, so I cannot like say, okay, I find them out, but you know, it's just general knowledge of Total War, I guess. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, learned something new, make sure to like, subscribe, and as I said, don't forget to check Legend of Total War, because the first 8 are from him, where I learned them. So yeah, thank you for watching. Until next time, fuck off.